We live on a familiar world, but the nearest star is 93 million miles away. To our human senses, that gap is immense. If you drove a car towards the sun non-stop, day and night, the trip would take 170 years. Upgrading to a commercial jet flying at 900 kilometers per hour only reduces the travel time to 2 decades of continuous flight. The machines we use to traverse the globe are incapable of crossing even the shortest interplanetary distances within a human lifetime. Even our fastest technology, the New Horizons probe, only reaches about 58,000 kilometers per hour. At that record-breaking speed, the journey to the sun still requires more than 3 months. Light covers that same distance in just over 8 minutes. This chart shows the gap between our machines and the speed of light. We move from 170 years in a car to 20 years in a jet, to 3 months in a probe, and finally to 8 minutes for a photon. 8 minutes makes the inner solar system look conquerable. But as we move beyond our local neighborhood, even light begins to face much larger gaps. Leaving the solar system for the broader Milky Way changes the math of travel. The average distance between neighboring stars in our galaxy is roughly 4 light-years. This diagram labels the void between these 2 closest stars. In our best rockets, crossing this 4 light-year gap would take tens of thousands of years. The Milky Way contains hundreds of billions of stars, each separated by these same insurmountable distances. On a galactic scale, human engineering cannot reach our closest neighbor, and light itself begins to struggle against the distance. When we zoom out to the edge of the observable universe, the Milky Way becomes a single, isolated point. Our galaxy is one of roughly 2 trillion others scattered throughout space. In this deep field image, each glowing point is an entire galaxy, home to billions of stars and planets. The voids between these galaxies are so vast that light takes millions of years to cross from one to the other. Across the true cosmic scale, light is slow, trapped by the sheer size of the universe. Because light requires millions of years to bridge these gaps, the universe is functionally uncrossable on any timescale we can comprehend. This deep space reality is the actual physical context of our lives, hidden behind our daily experience of distance. Our intuitive understanding of scale was built for walking paths and car trips, leaving us unprepared for the true size of the vacuum. Returning to the surface of the Earth, we look up at the familiar sun in our sky. To our physical bodies, it will always feel enormous and impossibly distant. But in a universe of 2 trillion galaxies, where light spends millions of years crossing the gaps, the sun is a tiny spark in the dark.